This is The Offside, and welcome to another episode of the Real Recap, where we cover the latest news and rumors surrounding the club. But without further ado, let's get started. Madrid's first match back from the international break was against Athletic Bilbao. The match ended 2-0 in favor of Madrid. Rodrigo netted a brace to push Madrid ahead. With Vini absent, Rodrigo played in his natural left-wing position. Rodrigo's first goal was basically a solo goal. He carried the ball from just past the halfway line and cut inside to shoot. It looked very natural for him to cut inside to his stronger leg and then just curls it past the keeper. Now that's something he can't usually do on the right side. So to me it's actually impressive that he can do so much while he's playing out of position. For the second goal, Jude carried the ball and then he finds Rodrigo to his left, where similar to the first goal, he cuts inside to shoot, but this time he passes it by the keeper near post. Rodrigo is up to 10 goals and 5 assists in La Liga this season. Now mind you, he's doing this while he's playing out of position the majority of the time on the right wing. To me, Rodrigo is one of the integral pieces of this team. And now speaking of integral pieces to the team, Eder Militao is officially back. He was substituted on at the end of the game for a couple of minutes. We didn't get to see a lot from him, but it was just great to see him out there. Hopefully he can regain his fitness rather quickly because we're going to need him in defense. Now after this recent game, Madrid sit at the top of the table with 8 points clear of the second place team, Barcelona. And with only 8 games left, it is important for Madrid to remain focused. They have been in good form and need to close out strong and head into the Champions League with momentum. Jude, without a doubt, has been our best player this whole season. He's notched 20 goals in 30 games across all club competitions, along with 10 assists, show why Jude has to keep his level for Madrid to compete. Vini has to do his part as well. He has to create goal-scoring opportunities, whether it be for himself or for his teammates. Vini has 18 goals and 6 assists this season across all competitions. Andriy Lunin has been great all season. With Courtois going down injured again, it appears that Lunin is going to be the keeper going into the final stretch of the season. In my opinion, he's done extremely well in Courtois' absence. Madrid's defense has been riddled with injuries all season long, but yet we still managed to have one of the best defensive records this year. A big factor in that is crazy man Antonio Rudiger. I believe you need to be a little bit crazy to play defense, and Rudiger fits that mold. Now during the international break, we got a closer look at the 17-year-old Brazilian that's going to join Madrid next season. He showed flashes of potential throughout both games. First, he scored against England at Wembley. Now, the goal itself wasn't much to write home about. It came off a ricochet shot from Vini off the keeper and then fell into Endrick's lap and he slots it in. It was still cool to see the teenager have a moment like that, especially in Wembley against England. I did notice that his positioning is actually fairly good for his age. Endrick also scored against Spain at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now this goal was a lot more impressive than the first one. The Spanish defender tried to clear the corner, but it fell to Endrick on the volley with his left foot, and he scored. He then pointed out his family in the stands and celebrated the goal with his father. And another feel-good story, there have been several reports that Toni Kroos is expected to return in 2025. Toni Kroos has been playing well. He has also recently rejoined his national team, leading many to believe that he'll stick around for a couple more years. Dani Ceballos is considering his future at Madrid. He is reportedly unhappy with his playing time and may seek a move outside of Madrid. Now, I don't have any news on Brahim, but I just want to acknowledge his performances. I think he's been a great addition since he rejoined the club. Whether he gets a chance to start or comes off the bench, he always provides Madrid attacking opportunities. Xabi Alonso appears to be staying at Bayer Leverkusen for the near future. The rumored replacement for Carlo Ancelotti has had a lot of success managing Leverkusen, which led to Liverpool and Bayern Munich both trying to fight for his signature. But after much speculation, he ended up rejecting both teams, instead opting to remain at Leverkusen. Now there are several reports that Florentino Perez has had a role to play in the saga. The reports state that Florentino had contact prior to Xabi making his decision, where Florentino laid out a plan where Alonso would end up as a coach at Madrid. Now this part is me speculating, but the math adds up. Don Carlo Ancelotti's deal is valid until 2026. I think the plan that Florentino is cooking is basically this. It's for Xabi Alonso to stay as the Bayer Leverkusen coach until 2026, where he can then become the successor to Don Carlo Ancelotti. I don't have a wish to get rid of Ancelotti, I actually quite like him. But if you look at the situation as a whole, it makes a lot of sense. 2026 is only about a year and a half away. I think with that amount of time, it's enough time for him to see his plan all the way through at Leverkusen and to keep adding wrinkles to his coaching game as well. Now let's look at a couple facts. In 2026, Don Carlo Ancelotti would be 66 years old. Now remember all the rumors about him possibly coaching Brazil? It feels like he has a genuine interest in coaching a national team. If you also look at the fact that he's pretty much won everything at a club level, he may be seeking a new challenge on a national level. Or if you look at it in terms of his age, he might look for a less pressure-packed job than the coach of Real Madrid. Now let's take a look at Madrid's upcoming match in the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Manchester City. Manchester City's last game is against Arsenal in the Premier League. The game ended in a 0-0 draw. Manchester City has been kind of inconsistent, especially when compared to their own standards, but they're a talented squad with a lot of depth, and having Pep Guardiola as your coach probably doesn't hurt either. Now, there are a couple things that I believe are crucial for Madrid to win the game. The first one for me is that they need to attack together. I don't think that solo runs are enough to beat City's positioning. It doesn't matter if it's a counterattack or just normal play, you have to attack together. The next key is they have to be clinical. I feel like they're going to generate a lot of opportunities, but they have to be clinical and put some away. The last one is a lot easier said than done. They have to contain Haaland. Honestly, I feel like I would just put Rudiger on him and tell him to annoy him and mark him all day long. Pull his ponytail, yell at him, push him, do whatever it takes to get under his skin. And I think Rudiger's the man for that job for sure. But that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And like always, a la Madrid.